Do you agree with that assessment that as much as the top brass at U.S. Soccer wants to be in charge of that decision, that the players have to be consulted on maybe first and foremost on who they want to play for? How do you even go about making that decision at this point?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's obviously a tough decision, right? It's not one to be taken lightly. I think the one part that we have an advantage of, especially going into 2026, is the fact that we've already qualified. And so I think when you look at it from the federation standpoint, they're in no rush or hurry to appoint someone just to appoint someone. They want to make sure they get this hire correctly, and they want to make sure that it's someone that can not only lead the group in the short term, but also obviously going into 2026. What they don't want is to bring someone in and then in 12 months realize it was the wrong hire, and now all of a sudden they're scratching their head, and now it becomes a bit of a panic station
Mm-hmm.
hire, and now they're scrambling. So I think they're going to take their time. In terms of speaking with players, I think they will speak to players. I don't think that will be the end all be all decision, because as we all know in this game, players come, players go.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's at a club level. We talk about the Joseph Martinez situation earlier.
Yeah.
And so players come and players go. And so I guarantee you that there's players right now that will be on the 2026 roster for the World Cup that we're not talking about, that we
Right.
don't know about, right? And so there will be players that will develop in the next 4 years and be playing at the highest level, and be selected for that World Cup team that you and I aren't speaking about right now. And so it's hard to then say, well, I'm going to take player X, Y, and Z, and I'm gonna take their word that they want to play for this guy. But then players A, B, C, D, E, F, they don't like that guy, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's you can't go and ask every single player in the player pool, because you're probably not going to get a unanimous decision on who they should hire. Because like I said, players' careers, they're up and down, and players move on, and so I think they can take that into consideration, but I don't think that will be the final. That's what is going to make the final decision.